Hey everyone, Charlie Morgan here. I've been at the 8-figure mark in the info space for quite some time, and over the last year, I've been laying lots of groundwork to go from 8 figures to multi-8 figures, and the plan is starting to come to fruition, and we're sort of at the precipice of all of these things that we've been doing, actually allowing us to sort of double the business, scale up, and make loads more money. And what I want to do in this video is kind of explain what I've been doing in my company to take me from 8 figures to multi-8 figures. Now, obviously this video is only going to be interesting to people who are already having, business success and stuff. So the audience might be a little bit tighter here, but there's a few things that we've done over the last year. And the first thing to realize about scale is that the longer that the further down the line you go, the slower you become, and that's really dangerous because, I started running my business kind of like a corporation where I'd have all these management meetings and things just started getting really corporate and slow, and you don't want to do that. That's something that I learned at the very early beginning is one of the main advantages you have with being an online info business is you get to make really quick decisions, roll things out really quickly. And one thing that definitely inhibited our growth quite significantly for really 6 months was just trying to make everything very corporate and trying to have a board and all this shit. So that's a little precipice, but a few things. So first of all, the main thing that I have realized that will help you go from $1 million a month to $2 million a month, or from 500K a month to $1 million a month, right? So to sort of double the business past the sort of mid multi 7-figure to 8-figure mark is scaling is far less about how good you are at getting new clients and far more about how much each client is worth to you. And so in a nutshell, one of the primary main things that I've been doing to basically double my business or scale the business is increase lifetime value. And pretty much everything else that I've done in the company to scale and grow has been specifically to increase lifetime value. Because I'm at the point now where I'm spending 200 grand a month on ads. And the thing is with my market is that, it's only so large. You can only spend so much on ads before you start seeing diminishing returns on the cost per book calls and all the other metrics and stuff like that. And so, there is a very natural cap to how many clients you can consistently acquire from ads, from organic, from lead magnets, from your email list, etc., etc. Especially when you're selling a high ticket course. B2C, you can open up the floodgates way easy, but that comes with a whole bunch of different challenges. And so because of this, I've spoken to lots of guys or a few guys, because not many of them, who are doing multi 8 figures or who have got there. And what I realized and what I learned is they were signing the same amount of clients as me, but their customers were just worth 2 or 3 times more to them. So I was talking to a guy who makes $3 million a month, and he only signs 100 clients a month, but he makes each customer worth 25, 30K. And that was something that I realized real early on. I was like, shit. So basically the way that I'm solving this problem and the thing that we're rolling out in the company to fix this LTV thing is multiple products. And so what I've now got is I've got 4 products. So the first big change that I've had to make to go from 8 figures to multi 8 figures, and I wish I'd done this sooner because I should have introduced upsells and cross sells when I was at 400, 500K a month. Because at that point we were signing 60 clients a month or something. That's enough volume to warrant upsells, but I just didn't listen. It was stupid. So I've got this free thing that's coming out, which will be announced on my main YouTube channel next week or at some point. And then we've got Easy Grow, so sort of flagship program. Then we've got Acquisition Nirvana, and then we've got High Ticket Heaven, which is our mastermind rebranded. And so we've got these 4 products now, and basically the idea is that everyone's going to join Easy Grow. So that's the entry level program, because you've got free and then you've got Easy Grow. And it's quite a big step up. We're changing the price around to make Easy Grow 2.0 more affordable, to get hundreds of people through. We just need volume, because what I'm noticing is that these high ticket programs, these sort of entry level high ticket programs for us specifically, once you go beyond the 10K realm, the 12K realm in terms of price, you do just see a massive drop off in conversion rate. And the key to increasing lifetime value is volume of customers, because you obviously still want to get hundreds of customers a month, but I would rather have a significantly higher conversion rate and significantly more people to work with in the entry level program to then upsell them to other products and sell them done for you solutions, etc. And so like what we're doing now is we're selling EasyGrow 2.0 at a lower price. And the reason we're selling it at lower price is because we're making changes to the program to make it more accessible. And from there, we will then have an upsell to Acquisition Nirvana, which is sort of a higher ticket product that shows you how to scale. And from there, we will then have an upsell to the Mastermind, or what's been rebranded as a High Ticket Heaven. And the cool thing is we have had the Mastermind for about a year, but we never really bothered with the upsell thing. We kind of would let clients come to us, and we would let clients just sort of identify themselves and join. And that's how we sort of got the Mastermind to the first like 30, 40 people. But now we've actually started to become more intentional with the upsells, like catching people at certain points, like on client interviews, we'll like try and sell it to them. And like, the reps are now, our sales reps are now way more involved in the upsell process. Like we're signing way more upsell deals. I think like last week we had like 4 or 5 Mastermind deals, with like a 30, 40K ticket. And so like, that's really good because like, we've been trying to make this upsell thing work for quite a while, and it's started to sort of work slowly, but now we're really in this realm where we're actually like, oh shit, we're actually like, some of our clients are now becoming worth like 30K, 40K. And so what I realized is that like, in order to scale, it's all about LTV, because like if you get to like 500K a month, like, or like 600, 700K a month, like in theory, you're probably signing like, I don't know, anywhere between like 60 to 80 clients a month, depending on like how much cash you collect and like stuff like that, right? Maybe even 100 clients a month if your product's worth like 4 or 5K. And what I realized is those, like, if you've got a good product, which we do, those people need somewhere to go. And my biggest mistake and my biggest regret in business so far is not having something else to sell people earlier on. Because, Bo and I, my business partner Bo, we ran Imperium at like 500-600K a month, 700K a month for like a year. And we just were collecting cash. And we were getting people insane results for client acquisition, making them way more money, but we didn't have anything else to sell them. And if we had, I'm convinced we would have made another like 10 million profit. This is the cool thing about upsells, is it's all profit because you've already paid to acquire the customer. And so this is typical simple business, like LTV to CAC ratio and stuff. Like this is your typical like Hormozy 101 business lesson stuff. But because we were printing so much money, with just EasyGrow and just having like one product, and we were making literally like, there were months where we were making like 400K a month profit with just one product. We were like, oh, why would we change this? We don't need an upsell. But it was really stupid. We should have been greedier. We should have been more ruthless. And so that was the first thing I realized is, you need like upsells. And it's not just about having upsells. It's just about having other things to sell people once they already trust you. Because if someone buys EasyGrow 2.0 and they spend, whatever the price is, and they're like 2 months into the program and they're getting decent results, and they're actually getting results, and they're working through it and they're active, like that person has spent like dozens of hours listening to me, implementing my advice, starting to see results. Like they are way easier to sell them an upsell than it is to get a new customer, like way easier. And you can still do both. And so now that we've got this sort of steps of product suites where we've got like free, sort of mid-ticket, well, it's not mid-ticket, it's still high ticket, but compared to like some people it's mid-ticket, then we've got high ticket, then we've got high ticket. So we've got EasyGrow, then we've got Acquisition Nirvana, and then we've got Mastermind. And people are climbing this ladder. And by getting people to climb this ladder, like we've engineered this to genuinely try and make each customer worth an average of 20K. So we want it to be the case that every single client that buys EasyGrow on average is worth 20K. And we're going to do that through upsells, cross-sells, Mastermind, like renewals, etc., etc. And I've realized, like, for the longest time, I tried to scale this business by simply just trying to increase ad spend and trying to get more clients. And, what I found is, like, we can get, like, 100 clients a month. We can get, like, 80 clients a month, 120 clients a month. You can hover around that mark. Pushing beyond that is just, it doesn't, like, your ads just tank. And it's like really, really difficult. Like these massive 8-figure companies, these like really big, like multi-8-figure companies, like your gym launches or like Cole Gordon, etc. They're not signing a really high volume of clients. They're not getting like 300 clients a month. They're just getting like 80 to 100 clients a month and making each client worth an insane amount of money. And realizing that I was like, shit. So then I basically had to spend like an entire year building all these new products. And that's kind of what I've been working on, and that's kind of the scale theory that I'm working through at the moment. And I wanted to just explain it to you because, if you're in this position, you might not need this yet because there's very few people to where upsells actually make sense. Like for an upsell to make sense, like a mastermind upsell or another high ticket upsell or a cross sell or there's something done for you solution that's involved, like you need to be doing like 40, 50 clients a month really, because you know, it maybe not even that, maybe like 25 to 30, but most people aren't even signing like 10 clients a month, right? You need to be doing like 200-300K a month before you can really think about it. Yeah, wanted to share it and I hope it helps you, and subscribe and all that good shit. Cheers.